This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with a daily update for you for October 9, 2019. Bret Harts Attacker at the 2019 Hall of Fame ceremony. Zachary Madsen, who tried to jump Bret during the induction of Jim Neidhart and ended up getting beaten up by, among others, Davey Boy Smith Jr., who's appearing for Great North Wrestling October the 19th in Rockland. He took a beating there, and I guess he's up for 2 counts of assault and 1 count of criminal trespassing. So both the assault charges could lead to 2 years in prison. So not only did this guy get beat up, but he's being charged with 3 different crimes, which WWE will probably prosecute him to the full extent, and he hasn't shown up at court at a court appearance, so there's an arrest warrant out for him. His next scheduled appearance is supposed to be November 12th. So yeah, that guy is in some trouble. All in One says hello. Boxing Legend says he's better than me. He's better than me at what? At taking down Bret Hart? I don't think in Bret Hart's current health condition there'd be any issues to take him down. Pablo says salute from Puerto Rico. Also, according to Dave Meltzer, with Jeff Hardy's DWI, I guess he had dry blood under his nose when he was arrested. He told the police that he had been in a fight with his wife. He was also uncooperative when asked for a breathalyzer test or blood sample. He is scheduled for court November 7th. He is still under contract with WWE. Someone says, would I do a shoot interview with Bret Hart? Well, Ross Hart tried to get one for me. Ross Hart actually wanted me to do one with Bret, and Bret answered back that he wasn't going to do any more shoot interviews. And I don't blame him for that answer, because he's a rich person, and whenever he does shoot interviews, they seem to get him in trouble. So why stir up stuff? Even though I would have done the best shoot interview with Bret Hart, who knows? It could still happen down the road. Boxing Legend 211 asked, do I think Edge will show up in AEW or Orton? I think Orton's under contract with WWE. Edge is saying that he cannot get cleared to wrestle, and it's all just a big rumor, but maybe that's just in WWE. So who knows? I don't know what kind of contract he's under. Hulk Hogan does want to wrestle for WWE again. As I reported earlier, he wants to wrestle Vince McMahon at Wrestlemania next year in Tampa, where Hulk Hogan is from. He said that he doesn't want his last match ever to have been the TNA Impact Wrestling match that he had. So I can understand where he's coming from there. He's 66 and he wants to wrestle the 74-year-old Vince McMahon, ideally. So who knows? That could very well happen. There wasn't a lot. Oh, yeah. WWE Raw dropped 9% in ratings from last week. It was in 2.33 million homes with a 1.8 rating. So even with Tyson Fury, it dropped. So Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair did better for them than Tyson Fury. As I reported yesterday, I saw a clip of it that's unedited, the extended clip of this Tyson Fury, and there was at least 3 instances where he missed the people by literally this much in the punching, and they still bumped for it. There was also a point where he pushed back 10 to 15 security guards. It killed the realism of it for me, and some people have commented, well, he's not a wrestler. He shouldn't know how to punch properly. Well, if you're going to take all that money to appear as a wrestling talent, just don't punch if you don't know what you're doing. Because that killed it for me when people are going flying backwards, missing by literally that much. So that was really funny. Ralph Vaquero says Hulk Hogan will get beat up. Orton's contract is ending in early 2020. Rumor has it he refused to sign a new one. who knows? He probably wants the best deal for himself as possible. It could be one of his last contracts, but I know he is making good money. But maybe he'd want a better schedule, and he would be a bigger star in AEW. So, yeah. Danimal says that's ridiculous. Hogan could maybe do a quick squash match, but it's been proven to be a bad idea when you put two legends in the ring with Undertaker and Goldberg. Yeah, you could say that, but Goldberg was highly out of practice. That was a bad match, though, for sure. I agree with you there. Benjamin Deadmoon says Tyson is a great hugger. Teresa Connor says Hogan needs to stop physically. He can't do it anymore. And personally, I wouldn't want to see that. I just keep finding it funny. They were making fun of WCW in the 90s because they were calling Hulk Hogan old and Ric Flair old. And here we are, 2019, almost 2020. Hogan and Flair have big roles on the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. That Tyson Fury is rumored to also be wrestling on against Braun Strowman. I might actually order that to see how bad it is if Tyson's Fury is throwing punches that are missing by a foot and Braun Strowman's bumping for him. That could be interesting. I don't buy Braun Strowman as a tough guy after Brock punched him shoot in that Royal Rumble a few years ago and he just took it. So obviously he's not going to rough up Tyson Fury too much. So Jay Smith said Hogan was on ESPN a couple days ago saying he was needing back surgery again. Well, Hulk Hogan says a lot, and he's been proven to tell a lot of stories. So who knows? But I do think he would want to get one more wrestling payoff. Peanut Butter says the problem with Goldberg Taker was they actually tried to wrestle as if it were 2000. So, yeah, that is a good point. But whatever. Do I think WWE will let Hardy go or too scared he'll end up in AEW? They're probably scared he'll end up in AEW. They should send him to rehab. Maybe if he refuses to go to rehab, they should release him because if he kills a family, next time he decides to drive drunk, you don't want him working for your company if he does that. So that's a sad situation with Jeff Hardy.